just gonna go get Cynthia Bailey, and she's with Ms. Georgia. She's got something going on with the pageant, so we're gonna see what she got popping. And then of course we're gonna talk to her about Nene and about Peter and about all that other stuff. Hopefully she shares. Usually she's good about sharing. In fact, Cynthia usually overshares. I need her to do a little, and that's what's happening for me. Make sure you get my skirt. You know, I really love this skirt. Just saying. The 90s to now. It is a big 90s weekend. Checka in right now with Cynthia Bailey, and we've got Miss Georgia, Rebecca Robinson, and also Miss Georgia is here, Amy Brady. Hi, ladies.
Hi. Good morning.
What's going on? How are you?
Doing pretty well.
Yeah. Good.
You know, just in Georgia.
In Georgia?
Yeah, just
doing
She's
like,
thing.
I'm back in Georgia. You said you've been traveling, right?
I have. I've been spending a lot of time between New York and LA. You know,
nice.
Just on my grind.
What's up in LA?
Lots of opportunities.
Really?
I just had to take some meetings with my agent. You know, got a lot of things, on the horizon. Oh, good. You know, I always stay busy, just building the Cynthia Bailey brand.
Yeah.
I'm sure you already heard about my eyewear line that's coming out, Cynthia Bailey Eyewear. And that's just the beginning of my accessories empire.
Now, the eyewear line is just like the shade,
well, we're starting with sunglasses, but we will
Okay.
eventually be doing readers and, all that stuff as well.
Shade?
So I'm super excited
No,
about
not
that.
shade.
No, it's not just sunglasses. Everything is not about shade, okay?
Love it. So what's going on with you and the girls? I know the reunion is coming on tonight, and I know you've already recorded it. So
Yes.
that means, what's the situation like now? Because it's been how many months since you recorded that?
I
just
think
a
we
few
recorded it about a month ago.
Okay.
About a month ago. And I actually like the reunion because I'm a closure girl, and it's an opportunity for all of us to sit together face to face. It's not the same as, doing the show.
And the interview.
Because we never know what anyone's saying.
Right.
So when we're at the
right.
reunion, we're right there. If you say something, I hear you say it. And then I can respond to it, as opposed to you saying something on the show and I don't know you're saying it. So I always look at the reunion as a great opportunity to just really
air everything out.
Squash it and move on, or stay mad, or whatever you feel like doing. But I'm always, as a grown ass woman, I just don't see the point of staying mad about stuff. So I always am very optimistic about having the conversation and moving on.
Yeah. So have you and Nene moved on?
Well, I can't really get into that. You have to watch the reunion.
Really?
We tried it, girl.
I cannot
get
on
you
and
that.
off with you and Nene. That's why I'm like, what's going on?
Such is life, such is relationships.
And the reunion looks deep because the little clip, the sneak preview, she's like crying, and then you're like reading Phaedra with the whole winner case.
Well, you know what I will say. What I liked about the reunion this season was that it wasn't so dark. I thought last year was incredibly dark.
Yeah.
And I know, at the end of the day, you guys want to be entertained. You guys love when we're funny. You love when we're shady.
Yeah. Right.
Not when we're just, dark and really, mean-spirited.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's entertaining. And I will say that this reunion, if you threw shade, then you got shade. And, it just was what it was.
Cynthia, you have come such a long way, though,
baby,
in the show.
Season 5, I'm not the new kid at the playground anymore. I have
Right.
adjusted to my environment.
I love it. And you and Claudia seem to be cool. Like,
oh yeah,
you guys
that's
seem
my
to
girl.
have, welcomed her. Really.
Yeah, you know what? I think Claudia Jordan is a great addition to the show.
Yeah.
She is like 100% real. What you see is really what you get. She has no filter, and I just think she's a breath of fresh. I think she's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah,
I really
she is.
do.
I think so too. She seems more like she's have like a little different vibe going on. Like
oh yeah, Claudia's like whatever. You come for her, she's gonna come for you. You cool with her, she's gonna be cool with you.
So who won? Who do you think won the Nene Claudia battle?
Well, I thought it was obvious. I didn't think that was in question, girl.
I couldn't believe that. I'm like, Claudia is going in.
Yeah, you know what? Especially, it's very hard to come to this group, for the first time, first season, and be able to really hold your own.
Yeah.
There is something. Oh yeah, I mean, she came in and just set it off, basically. But I felt like,
Kenya. Right?
But they're different. They're very different.
Okay.
But Kenya was pretty fearless as well when she came in. As a matter of fact, I think Kenya got into it. Kenya got into it with me first as soon as she came in at the Jet Beauty of the Week casting. So
with the whole casting,
yeah, whole coochie crack and all that stuff. So yeah. I'm like, girl, you just got here. You gonna come for me, and I'm inviting you to be at my event.
Yeah.
But anyway, Kenya's also. I think great for the show as well. I think we all bring what we bring, and I think, this show is not about one person being the show. I think it's definitely about, a group of women, and I think this particular group, has, something for everybody.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And you and Kenya have got that new dynamic going on. I kind of like it, just really good friends. And then
she's cool people.
She produced that show. You did so good. Oh my God.
What else to go on?
People were like, oh my God, I can't believe she came out of character like that.
I committed to the role.
That's such a good lane for you though, to open up that acting realm for you.
Well, you know what I did, throughout my career, I've, acted, in New York and LA. I just never focused on it. I've always had a very successful modeling career before I moved to Atlanta, and the only other job I had other than a housewife is a model. Right. So I never really explored the acting lane, but I have to say that is definitely, something that I enjoy. And I'm looking forward to doing much more television and film. Yes.
Really? Any opportunities we need to know?
Well, I'm working on all of that.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
I think you freaking rocked it. I was like, look at her. She got the accent going on. She took off the wig.
Oh, yeah. Well, I knew, this is the thing about Kenya. Kenya and I have grown to be, really close. And it was organic. It wasn't like, hey, we're going to be good friends. It was definitely over time. And, after being really close with, someone else on the show, I was a little leery about, being super close to anyone. I was fine to just be cool with everybody. Didn't really have to really connect with anybody at that point. Kay and I, just, kind of organically, got a little closer this year. And it happened with Claudia as well, who I didn't even, see coming. But I know being friends with Kenya is very different from working with Kenya. And I know Miss Kenya Moore would have definitely fired my little butt had I not brought it. In 2 seconds. She would have set me all the way off and been like, you know what? I love Cynthia. She's really sweet. But she needs to stick to modeling in the modeling agency.
And what happened to your he's not your ex-husband, is he? Your ex.
Noel's dad?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What happened to him?
Wasn't he one of the roles?
Yeah, he was a part of the pilot.
So he's in it still.
Yes.
He was in it.
Yes, you guys only saw a sneak peek. But
I
can't really speak on it. However, I think that I think Life Trolls On. I think that Life Trolls On definitely has legs, and don't be surprised if you don't see it on a certain network.
Nice. That would be
in the near future.
I love it. Love it. How's Peter?
Peter's awesome. Peter's actually been spending a lot of time in Charlotte.
Okay.
That's
Sports where the new bar is.
Yes. Okay. Sports One, and we're still building out Bar One here on Auburn Avenue.
Oh, okay. So you are going to do
Bar absolutely.
One here too, again.
Okay,
yeah,
good. For sure. Bar One Atlanta is the flagship for us. That's, where, that's the first one, and it's, was doing incredibly, well before we closed it down, and we're super excited about our new space. It's huge. We have a huge outdoor space. And, you guys will just see, us continue to build and grow as we do every year.
Yeah. I love it. Do you have the Bailey agency too?
Absolutely.
Still? Okay,
yes,
good.
Actually, we just celebrated our 5-year anniversary.
Woo!
And we, on the show, you guys see us in our smaller space again. And now you see us in a bigger space again.
Okay.
So we're
That's what I
growing
want
as
to
well.
ask you about. People love throwing shade on Twitter and stuff. Oh, she got it. She can't talk about nothing because she got, they shut down again and this and this and that. But it's hard to like run places and own places as a businesswoman. I mean, we have to give you credit because you're running multiple places and you're opening businesses. Fine, they're shutting down or whatever. But let me be very clear.
Let me just correct that first and foremost. The only thing that we shut down was Uptown, and that was years ago when we first started. Okay. Bar One, Atlanta is relocating. There's a difference.
Big difference.
The Bailey agency relocated. There's a difference. And every time we did, it was to a bigger space. So I just would like to make that crystal clear when people...
Bigger space, more money.
Yeah, I mean, there's closing down and there's relocating. So what are we really talking about?
Exactly. Yeah. Good. I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah, because that's just a huge misconception when it comes to us. And it's so interesting because of all the... Peter gets so much flack, but I think it's just so interesting. Of all the husbands on the show, the only business that you see any of the the only business that you see the show shooting at any of the husbands' businesses that would be Peter Thomas, Bar One. We've had a lot of legendary scenes where Bar One,
absolutely.
Our establishments, our events, Peter and I. We bring a lot to the show just in terms of, every time you see a scene, pretty much it's somewhere. Every time you see a scene, 9 times out of 10, it's something that Peter or Cynthia is doing. Yeah. And that's just the reality. And you can go back and check your DVR to fact check that if you want to. But that's just the reality of the situation.
Rewind it, play it back.
Okay. But if you want to say we lose the businesses and we broke, go right ahead on. Just keep watching the show.
We need 3 snaps with that.
Well, I'm just saying. If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it.
And our show focuses on heart, health, and pocketbook topics. And so the pocketbook aspect is the financial aspect. And, a lot of people would love to know how to, like, run their own place, how to open up a business. So what are some of the tips that you could maybe give somebody if they're opening up a new place?
Opening up a new business is not easy. And especially the restaurant bar business, that business takes some years to really make money.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to ride it out. But, there's more than one way to make $1 million. I would say as an entrepreneur myself, with my school, I started small. I have a small staff. And we, have a great curriculum. We have great workshops. I guess my advice would be to not overextend yourself. And to just really focus on your one business and then grow the next business, or let that one business be the umbrella of other businesses to fall underneath it. But if you get overwhelmed, then you're going to, not have success, and you're going to feel like a failure, and then you're going to feel defeated before you can even, win.
Where's the pants in the business aspect of it?
We both do, because we both have to. To do as much as we do, we both have to deliver.
Yeah.
And, I depend on him as much as he depends on me. And he's smart, I'm smart, and we're like best friends, and we're partners, and we both want to see each other win.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And we still argue because we're tired and grumpy, and just want to lay down and go to sleep half the time, but we can't because we have to keep working.
Right.
And that's one of the things, a lot of people, when they see people on television, they look at us like, oh, we have such a great easy life, and they think that this just happened to us. And I say this for myself and my castmates, we work. We don't ever stop working to keep being at a level of success. You don't just get to like say, okay, I'm cool now. Now it's just the universe is gonna bring it. You just have to always keep walking toward it.
The internet says your net worth is $500,000.
Oh, finally! They had me at like 40,000 for like 4 years.
Like, excuse me.
I'm like, why y'all even give me 40? Just say I do the show for free.
Oh my God! You believe that the show has grown?
And it's funny because $500,000, that's completely not even accurate. But
she's like, whatever.
Keep speculating. It's all good. You'll never know how much I make, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, everybody's wondering because reality TV. You start off, and then everybody knows they're just probably giving you a little bit just to hold it up and see what's going on. And
you just get a little stipend first season. It's like an insult, pretty much. You're just like, I'll just do it for free, okay?
Right.
How about that? Like, this little $20 ain't gonna do nothing. So, it's like,
I think it's funny when you get shady though, because you've been always so presented like this classy woman modeling in the show.
I think I'd give classy
and then
shade,
when you just throw that shade, it's like, but
is it not with
she
class?
Got it in her.
Is it not with class?
It is with class.
It is also. Yeah. It's always going to be, presented as well as I can present it. Now, What else is going on?
What else is going on? I needed that.
I'm not gonna name drop, but I'll say I have had the fortune of meeting, some amazing, iconic people.
Yeah.
And being able to actually have conversations with them, and
Connect.
being able to call them if I want to and ask them about, ask them
Nice.
for advice has been really helpful, because they have made it and they, are successful.
Tyler
And-
needs to put you in one of the shows. Tyler.
What'd you say? Can you repeat that?
I
didn't hear you.
Shows. Seriously.
Well, I'm actually kind of obsessed with his show, The Have and Have Nots.
I know, it's good.
So I've been kind of putting that out there that maybe
I could
I would
totally
just show
see
up
it.
on one of those episodes.
Yeah.
Checka. Checking folks
Can
all
I
the
get
time.
And what else?
Don't
is
get checked by
happening?
Checka.